What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Near and Far Explorers. And happy 4th of July, Independence Day, Go America. We are here in the Gorge Metropark, over here in Cuyahoga Falls, because I hear that they've been doing a lot of work taking down the dam and bringing back the old falls. And we are here to go and explore that, see the construction, see what progress is being made, and learn a little bit more about the area. So if you guys are ready, let's go and check it out. Yeah, you can see across the water there some heavy construction equipment. Don't know what they're doing exactly, but it is pretty crazy to see that out there. That whole side of the park over there is closed down. You can't travel over there, you can't hike, because they're doing all kinds of construction over there. Yeah, there's a sign over here that talks about restoring a free-flowing Cuyahoga River. So it started as the Big Falls back in 1911, and that's what it originally looked like. That's what they're trying to bring it back to, because today it's the Gorge Dam. That's what it looks like today, and we'll go over there and check it out in person. And this is what they're attempting to restore it to. So get rid of the dam and bring back the original Big Falls. The Gorge Dam is the last major water quality problem on the Cuyahoga River. Its removal will improve wildlife habitat, create recreational opportunities, and drive economic development. This effort is funded by state and federal governments and other partners, and is expected to take several years to complete. For public safety, the park will be closed during sediment removal and dam deconstruction. Following dam removal and river restoration, Gorge Metropark will be redeveloped with public input. Let's go and take a little hike and enjoy the dam while it's still here. There's a picnic area up here where you can enjoy a fantastic 4th of July picnic. Oh, check it out. A bunny. Hey, bunny. How you doing? Oh, that's adorable. You having a good day? Pretty friendly. I thought you would run off into the woods, but you're hanging out with us. See the kind of animals you check out here? It's awesome. I love this park. I'm gonna be sad when it's closed for a few years. The water's absolutely beautiful here too. I love it. Very, very cool. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. Oh, you can even see the squirrel up in the tree up there. I don't know if you can see him or not. I see his bushy tail. He's eating a nut. Yeah, I'm surprised how active the park is today. Not just people, but animals out here too. I've seen a bunch of chipmunks run by. I saw a rabbit earlier, squirrels, birds. This is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, you go on these hikes and you usually don't see any animals. Now I'm seeing tons of them. And you can see through the trees here, there is the dam itself. And over the next few years or so, they're slowly gonna be taking this whole thing apart and turning it back into the waterfall that it once was. Here's another sign talking about the Gorge Dam removal project. See the dam coming up here. The water is raging today. Look how this gets you really close to the water down there. Yep, this is the dam that they're going to get rid of. Pretty impressive, honestly. It's going to be cool when it's back to its old natural self, but right now, I love this dam. I love how powerful the water is. Look at that water, that's extremely powerful. And it's going to be gone in a few years, so gotta soak it in right now. Watch and observe the beauty of what man can do to nature. Although it's going to be really nice when it goes back to just being full-on nature, you know? I really like this boardwalk that they put in here as well. Really nice path in the woods. Pretty impressive, right? The trail here gets pretty cool too, because it goes from the path, the paved path up there and the boardwalk, to something really rocky, which is fun to climb on. And this is going to bring us up to Mary Campbell's Cave. So let's walk up here and check that out. This is pretty crazy. It looks like people walk across this pipe, which I do not recommend. And that's where this trail takes us. And if you wanted to, you could probably cross it here, but I'm not risking that. That's crazy. But it looks like where the trail goes, in all honesty. But hell no, I ain't doing that. I guess you could also continue it up this way. So let's go up here and see where this leads us. Tells you all about the legend of Mary Campbell. So that cave is dedicated to Mary Campbell, who actually lived there after she was abducted by the Lenape Indians. The story goes she lived in Pennsylvania during the French and Indian War, and she was abducted and brought to this area of Ohio, where they used that cave shelter as a home of sorts. They would live there and work and everything in this area. And Mary Campbell, she was just a white little girl, and they took her as leverage, basically. She was returned later in her life when she was a grown-up because of the military. The British military actually came in and she was used as a bargaining tool. She lived her whole life out here though. Ever since she was like a 12-year-old little girl to adulthood, she lived in that cave area. So yeah, it's a pretty wild story. There's actually a better version of the story done by a much more knowledgeable historian than I am on YouTube under Curious Histories. Check out their channel. I'll link it in the description below. But yeah, they tell a really, really good story about Mary Campbell, and it's interesting to see her cave here and hear her story about how she just was a little girl abducted by a Native American tribe and lived her entire life right here in these neck of the woods in that cave. Pretty wild stuff. I didn't want to bother anybody, but now that everybody's gone, let's go take a good look at this cave. And they have the rock over there that's dedicated to her memory. It tells her story. It's a little weathered now, so it's hard to really read it, but this is still such a very impressive rock formation here. They got this bench where you can take a nice little load off after walking around in the heat. This bench is dedicated to Lynn R. Metzger. Don't know who that is. Anybody who knows who that is, leave a comment down in my comment section. But take a look at this cave. It is very, very impressive, especially next to that impressive dam over there. This thing is huge and absolutely wild. It's not really a cave. It's more of like an alcove, because it doesn't go any deeper than this, but it's still really big and really, really impressive. Yeah, I just love this park, man. It's minutes from my house. I love coming down here, checking it out, checking out this cave, checking out that dam, checking out these woods. It's a beautiful area. Highly, highly recommend it. If you're in the area, come on down and take a hike out here. Really glad you did. There's some other cool rock formations here, and you can see some of the piping that's used to bring life to the dam there. But take a look at these rock formations. These are cool too. I think that they're actually bats living in this side of the cave, which is why it's fenced off. Either that, I just don't want people walking around in here. But no, I think there's bats that live up in there. Pretty sure that's why they, whoa. There was something in there just scared the shit out of me. I think that was just a chipmunk, but I think there are bats that live in there. You know, this rock formation here is really, really cool. Very impressive rock formation. Yeah, like I said, I think bats live inside of there. A pretty interesting boulder here too. See all these holes in the side of it? Makes like a honeycomb formation. That's an interesting looking boulder. I think there's more information about it further ahead. Now, the park has changed a little bit since I've been here. They moved a couple of the signs around. There used to be a dock down there that you could actually walk out onto the lake, which is really nice. Unfortunately, that's gone. They removed that. Probably because they're doing all this construction on it. Hopefully they'll bring it back. Well, they bring everything back. But check out these animals out here. You got this bird on the rock there. The animals must be so used to people, they don't even mind when people walk through here anymore. They're just chilling. Very cool. And there's another chipmunk on that rock right there. You see him? Pretty awesome stuff out here, honestly. A lot of wild animals out here today. They must be really enjoying this weather. And here is what I was talking about. the information about that rock. So let's go investigate that. Pretty cool stuff. It's called pudding stone, and you can take a look at it right here in pretty good detail. See how the water just pours through all of the rock here, making into like a honeycomb type of look. Really cool and informative right over here in the park. And then down here they actually have a nice little picnic shelter where you can have a family reunion or a party, birthday party, or whatever. If you just want to get a big group of people together and have a good time, you come down here to this picnic shelter and enjoy yourself. Even has a fireplace in there, some grills up to the side. Yeah, this is nice down here. Yeah, there's the picnic shelter. Like I said, they got the grills there. You got a fireplace. You can make a fire in there if you like. I like this better than the picnic tables down there because you actually have a little shade, a little more privacy off the beaten path. Yeah, this is just a nice little hike out here in Cuyahoga Falls. Definitely recommend coming out here. There's some interesting stuff, like Mary Campbell's Cave has a lot of history to it. You can learn about pudding stone, and there's even the big falls down there that they're slowly transforming over time. It's going to be closed for a little bit, but I'm glad that it's open right now so you can come out here and enjoy nature. And here's a map of the Gorge Metropark. So you have Mary Campbell Cave, which we checked out. The Gorge Shelter. The fishing dock isn't there. They've taken that out. The Cuyahoga River. Pretty cool map here. Here are two of the projects they're working on currently. Free the Falls. So you can check that out and absorb that information, if you will. And the other project they're working on, that I didn't really discuss today, is the North Side Interceptor Tunnel. Another big project they're working on as well. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't realize they had free concerts in the park too. You got a few coming up here. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed our visit today to the Gorge Metropark. It's certainly a treat, certainly something that I love to do, and it was a beautiful day on July 3rd. I hope you guys stay safe out there, enjoy your 4th of July celebrations, light up some fireworks, and have a good old American pride kind of day. Happy 4th, happy Independence Day. Go rent Independence Day and watch that movie as well. Or you know what, stream it, because nobody rents anything anymore. I don't even think you can rent anything anymore. But anyways, happy 4th. Hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you soon. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more near and far exploring action, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.